So hello and welcome to Ocala, Florida. We have 21 going to post in today's jump-off class, part of the Longines World Ranking Series here at the Live Oak International, building up to tomorrow's $100,000 Longines FEI World Cup Jumping Qualifier, presented by Golden Ocala Golf and Country Club. The final leg of the worldwide Longines FEI World Cup Jumping Series, building up towards those finals in Paris in April. Well, yesterday, the big class went the way of a 1-2 punch for Devon Ryan. And Devon is back with yesterday's winner, Cooper, about a third of the way through our order today. Also, Lauren Tisbo had a very good day yesterday, second in the two-phase and third with the another horse in the Table A speed she brings. So two-phase horse Jelena Demuse into today's world ranking class. We also have Bate Manley, who's the winner of the Washington leg of World Cup jumping last October. Bate took a fourth in the two-phase with this horse Simba yesterday that he rides in today's world ranking class. Kelvin Bywater is our designer, the British designer. Designed recently, very successfully, a 5-star week down at the Winter Equestrian Festival in Wellington, Florida. He actually makes his return here. He came here as assistant to British Olympic designer Bob Ellis last year and steps up to be designer in his own right for this prestigious World Cup qualifier weekend at Live Oak in Ocala, Florida for 2018. Calvin has set a track of 12 obstacles, 15 jumping efforts. They're going to finish up over the triple combination, the far side of the arena, starting with the Live Oak vertical we just saw a moment ago on shot. And our competition today with the height of fences set at meter 50. We go up to meter 60 tomorrow for the World Cup jumping. There will be several verticals on course, at least set at that meter 60 height.
See by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free?
One of the winners of the competition run by the organising committee here at Live Oak to sing the national anthem here on Saturday and Sunday and knocking it out of the park. Let's see what our athletes can do to follow that up here in our Longines World Ranking class this afternoon. Victoria Gulliksen is going to be our first to go today. Vicky with Stahl Gullix, Papa Roach by Perigeux. The Norwegian Championship rider has represented Norway now at 3 European Championships, most recently last summer in Gothenburg in Sweden. Jumped the World Cup qualifiers at Helsinki, La Coruña, Madrid, and most recently Gothenburg indoors this season. Took a Grand Prix win this season at Vestfold. We saw her father, Geir Jimmy Gulliksen, jumping at the Palm Beach Masters in February on the Longines World Cup Jumping North American League. Vicky has been forward and back to Europe as well. She's taken a class win at the Winter Equestrian Festival this season as well. So Papa Roach, this 9-year-old Grand Prix horse for Victoria Gulliksen. So starting off with the left-hand roll back to the Longines Oxer at 2, and then this slight dog leg, the vertical at 3, just a touch under metre 50 that one, and the related line to the Lugano Diamonds fence. Calvin rolls them back here again to the wall. Brodie Robertson creating and delivering a lot of these jumps that we see, real iconic ones and sponsor jumps on the North American circuit, including that Brook Ledge horse transportation. It's a tight distance in there from the double down to the Brook Ledge. This new surface, if you're usually with us here for Live Oak, you'll know that one of the iconic things about Live Oak is that we jump on turf normally. There's big investment going in from the organising committee into their turf surface for the future, and this artificial surface we have here this year is actually going to be the basis of a new, basically all-weather grass arena here at Live Oak for the future. So this is the first and only time you'll see us jumping on sand here in the 2018 season. Vicky Gulliksen, unfortunately unlucky there in the triple combination line. 4 faults close to home for a 74.17. A lot on 4 faults yesterday. Be interesting to see how many can convert a clear round in the first round today. Today is a jump-off class. All the clears, or all those in equality of first place, will come back for the jump-off. First of 2 rides in today's world ranking class for Peter Jordan. This is Outland Farms Sea Music Z by Crown Z out of a Quidam de Revel mare. First in the division for the United States of America. We saw Peter Jordan jumping in the supporting classes at the D-Ridge qualifier, the Wellington qualifier of Longines World Cup jumping. Jumped internationally at the Winter Equestrian Festival in week 2. And jumped the small tour 12 months ago at Longines Global Champions Tour Miami. So clear that short distance to the Brook Ledge, coming towards home. Golden Ocala fence. The Golf and Country Club supporting sponsors of tomorrow's Longines FEI World Cup jumping qualifier over that big meter 50 state of Florida gate. He does it, and well inside the time allowed as well. 75 seconds exactly for F. Peter Jordan and C Music. That is one clear. We need another clear now to join him to guarantee us a jump off in today's Longines world ranking class here at Live.
Very talented combination still to come forward, though. Really sure we'll see a jump off a little bit later on. Standing by, about 2 underway, Arnold Bjorklund comes forward, representing Sweden. Finished second with the source a few months ago now in Samarin.
So we go to a young rider from Sweden, Alma Bjorklund, with Unex competition yards. Unex Captain Chaos. Alma's a frequent jumper here in the United States. Took a top 10 in the Split Rock Jumping Tour's May Grand Prix in Lexington, Kentucky last year. Jumped the small tours last year at Bolesworth in Great Britain, Knocker on the beach in Belgium, and jumped the 4-star show at Samarin in Slovakia. And a Grand Prix winner of the Grand Prix for young riders at Bonheiden a season or two ago as well. So Alma Bjorklund with Unex Captain Chaos. First of 2 rides for Alma in this class as well. Four strides in there. This horse just likes to get in deep into the fences, but can do the business when Alma puts him there. Holsteiner by Conair. So just the triple combination to go. Alma Bjorklund, Unex Captain Chaos. We have one clear at the moment for the United States of America, and now we have one for Sweden. 79.32, though very, very close to the time allowed, but they are clear, they're clear and inside the time. Unex Captain Chaos and Alma Bjorklund will be back for the jump off, and both Peter Jordan and Alma Bjorklund have another chance to qualify. They both have second rides in the division.
Well, plenty going on here this afternoon. We do have some autographs sent to tell you about as well. Chester Weber, who of course is one of the biggest names in the world of in-hand driving, and he is signing autographs here this afternoon at the Tax Shack of Ocala. So that trade stand will be up in our vendors area. He's going to be up there till 2
so now,
this afternoon.
A rider for Ireland who was one of the early clears yesterday in the world ranking class, Nicky Galligan.
Back to this competition,
Nicky owns and rides Jarvis Miss Jordan, the 9-year-old mare by Louis Dam, the Dam Star OBOS quality. This is Nicky's second international show jumping show in his career, and both of them have been here in the US. Former international eventer, lined out in the 3-day event at Tattersalls in Ireland a few seasons ago. So 2 clears at the moment, Peter Jordan and C Music, Alma Bjorklund and Unex Captain Chaos. And in both instances, they are the first rides for those competitors. But Nicky Galligan with just the one in the division. Very positive down that first related line, 3 to 4. And Nicky just seems to have gotten in sync with Calvin Bywater's courses this weekend. Stands a little bit off the Liverpool now. That could leave him in trouble with these related lines. The double comes up in the middle, and then this short distance goes there on the 3 to the brook ledge. But clear all the way for Nicky Galligan so far. You know, as much as anything at the metre 50 level, you know, it's a little bit in hand for these horses. They're all scopy enough for metre 60. That's why they're at this show. But this surface as well, just really making them ping off the ground. At 75.77 on the clock, Nicky Galligan is safely through to the jump off. Another clear round from the Irishman this weekend at Live Oak.
So 4 gone, 3 clear. We've got 1 for Ireland, 1 for Sweden, and 1 for the United States of America, all safely through. Kyle Tim takes us to Canada now. He's been building up a really nice string recently. He's got Javis, Georgie, Double T, Careful, and now this new addition as well. This one's a 9-year-old girl named Flying Chaco Blue called Liza. Kyle Tim, Canada.
So Kyle Tim, a returning jumper to us here at Live Oak, jumped here last year. Canadian rider with ipso facto's Vesac by Checo Blue out of a Ola Loire mare. This one really bred in the purple in the Sol Francais bloodlines. Canadian rider based actually in North Carolina, so he jumps a lot at Tryon. Kyle had top 10s in the Kentucky Horse Park Grand Prix last May, and in February the 3-star international across town here in Ocala at the Hits venue. Kyle travelled twice to Europe last summer as well to compete over there. We'll be looking for a good result tomorrow. Try and just get on that national radar. World Championships here as well. Just a difficult enough technique over the vertical out of the double and end up nearly catching them out over the brook ledge, but Kyle had just made enough adjustment to get it right. Well, 4 in a row. Kyle Tim and Vesac make it through to the jump off now as well. 4 in a row, 4 different nations. Peter Jordan, Alma Bjorklund, Nicky Galligan, and now Kyle Tim all qualified for our jump off today.
This one will be interesting because it jumps amazingly well yesterday. Finished second in the world ranking class here on day 1 of jumping at Live Oak International 2018, and it has been ultra consistent of late. It is the 9-year-old mare, Jelena Demuse, Lauren Tisbo, USA.
Our next to go is Lauren Tisbo. Lauren with Tekestrian Farms, Jelena Demuse. Lauren, yesterday 2 podium finishes, second in the 2-phase with this horse, Jelena Demuse, and third on her other horse in the Table A Speed yesterday afternoon, the Longines ranking class. Lauren picked up points at Bromont at the season opener and also second place finish at the National Horse Show Lexington, Kentucky in the World Cup. The Netjets double. Lauren just has to push a little bit for the brook ledge there. The horse backed off a little bit after landing out of the Netjets double. clear the Florida State flag gate. Balances on 9 strides there, coming to the triple combination. It's a pretty fast time around the clock, and clear all the way, clear in 71.36. To take nothing away from these athletes, horse or rider here, but this surface really is helping them get off the ground over these jumps today.
This horse has been really good for her recently. Ending to 2017 in La Colonia and Paris for the Masters, and that has been jumping here in Florida. It's the 11-year-old gelding by Tinker's Boy, TNT Explosive, Chloe Reed for the USA.
So, young lady, no stranger to success in this ring. Second in the World Cup qualifier here 2 seasons ago. Chloe Reed. Chloe with Live Oak Plantations TNT Explosive. Chloe's mother, Juliet Weber-Reed, co-chairman of the organising committee alongside her brother, Chester Weber. Chloe, a real rising star of US show jumping, been on Nations Cup teams at Samorin in Europe, Wellington in Florida, Sopot, and also the big Longines Nations Cup at Falsterbo in Sweden, and represented the United States of America at the prestigious Nations Cup finals. Sweden's been a bit of a happy hunting ground, or indeed Scandinavia, because Chloe last year was third in the Longines Grand Prix of Sweden at Falsterbo, big 5-star Grand Prix, and then 7th at Helsinki in the World Cup qualifier just before Christmas. This horse by Tinker's Boy, 11 years old. Chloe jumped 2 horses yesterday in the world ranking class, unfortunately just taking the same pole on both of them today. Oh, pushes her luck at the very last, but it is clear Chloe Reed will be back to try against the clock over the short course in the jump off to take top honours in today's world ranking class and help her ranking improve. Already, young lady currently inside the world's top 150. FEI World Cup jumping North American League. It is Leah DiMartini, Abanola, USA. You just look, she really went for that last pole. A lot more than a hard rub. Pretty lucky. But if luck's on your side, that's all you need. Riding Elm Rocks Abanola by numero uno. This is Leah DiMartini. Leah took a top 10 finish in the World Cup qualifier at T-Bird in Langley, British Columbia. Jumped Europe last summer, including Noka in Belgium, Samorin in Slovakia, and Bolesworth in Great Britain. Been jumping the under-25 tour this spring at the Winter Equestrian Festival, and jumped at Split Rock last year at their new venue at Brave Horse, Ohio, which will be a new leg this year of the Longines FEI World Cup Jumping North American League in October. Yeah, one of the few to go down there on 4. It doesn't just work out for them. It's the brook ledge on the ground for 4 faults for Leah DiMartini. Leah is actually going to be back later on in the class with a second ride as well. Be interesting to see whether she's, going to stick with that plan and make it work for the second horse, or whether she go back now, talk with her trainers, and change that plan back to 3 stars. Unfortunately, grinding to a halt there Difficult to judge looking down the barrel of the triple combination like that exactly what might have been happening, but it is 4 faults for the disobedience, and the clock is also stopped, which is 6 seconds added. And Leah now, if she's going to go on and finish this round of jumping, and it might be that she has to finish the round of jumping in order to have the horse qualified for tomorrow's World Cup qualifier, but either way she's going to want to go out having jumped a fence, and it might be that she's about to take just the courtesy fence, jump another single fence on course and retire. We'll just see exactly what she's going to do. Yeah, Leah Di Martini electing to retire, just giving the horse a nice experience as they go out of the arena. One more successful jump to try and put the disobedience behind them. Leah Di Martini will be back for another go later on in the starting order.
Now, let me tell you about the weekend that this man has had so far, because yesterday in the ranking class, not only did he win with this talented 11-year-old Celtic, he also finished second with his other 9-year-olds. It's a horse called Cooper, and it's next to go for Devin Ryan, representing the USA.
Well, he's been in form for about 12 months, but yesterday was a really good day. A 1-2 in the world ranking class for Devin Ryan. And this horse, Cooper, the 11-year-old by Unanium, out of a Balabeda Roue mare, was the winner of the speed competition. Devin, the winner of the American Gold Cup last autumn. Top 5 in Lexington. Runner-up in the Ocala Nations Cup Grand Prix at the 5-star Nations Cup show here in Florida in February. Six combinations already qualified to come back to the jump-off here in today's world ranking class, so those world ranking points aren't going to be easily won. Gets in close, taps the front rail of that Oxa. It potentially has the opportunity to just actually sharpen the horse up for the triple combination, and Devin Ryan and Cooper ping over those 3 elements. So that is clear round number 7. And Devin will be back with yesterday's winner, Cooper, to try and take a second world ranking class here at Live Oak. That's Devin's only roll of the dice here today. Just see here how the horse comes down. He's actually just that good bit off. He's on a decent stride, but maybe just an inch or two further away than you'd like, and just clips it coming up, but so close to being in the right position that luck was on his side. Katie Abramson and Bugatti. Katie's a real great supporter of Live Oak, jumped here the last 3 years running. It's been over, jumped a little bit in Europe, and was just outside the top 10 in the 3-star Grand Prix over the road at Hits in February. So this was one of the lines here all the way down from the Liverpool through the net jets double under the brook ledge. The riders knew they had to concentrate on, but they've been pretty much getting it right from the get-go. Just one catching a pole there at the brook ledge so far. And interestingly, that was off 4 strides approach. Katie was the winner with her other horse of the two-phase competition here yesterday, the opener of the show. So both of yesterday's winners are through to the jump-off. Devon Ryan and Katie Abramson are amongst those going head-to-head over the short track in just a while here at Live Oak to try and take today's world ranking points on offer here in the $35,000 Live Oak International.
Santana standing by, he's in the wings with finished third yesterday in the other international jumping class, and already having some good placings throughout last season as well, including 4th in the Pre-Songs at the Washington International Horse Show. Paulo Santana, El Salvador.
Paulo Sergio Mateo Santana Fio with Santana Stables, Una de Kesca. Una de Kesca by Ultima van der Mude. Paulo is 4th in the World Cup qualifier here 12 months ago. A Nations Cup regular for El Salvador as well. Paulo has won a World Cup qualifier before when it was hosted in Wellington here in Florida. And picked up some points on this year's circuit indoors at the Washington International Horse Show. Last summer, Paulo's individually top 5 at the Central American Games, which were held in Guatemala. He just lands and moves from that Lugano fence. Yeah, if he doesn't push the envelope too much here and end up having an unfortunate pole, this is a combination that could look very good against the clock in the jump-off. But this is it, the horse just rushing down that line and ending up not in a comfortable place to just create the right shape of jump, and ends up having to paddle through the top of the net jets. But great recovery to come back, come out of the net jets, come out of the closely following Brook Lodge. I think some of the others will be breathing a bit of a sigh of relief that they don't have to go up against this fast horse in the jump-off here today. But Paulo Sergio Mateo Santana Fio keeps it to just the 4 faults with Una de Kesca here this afternoon. The combination who were 3rd in the two-phase yesterday, they'll have to sit out the jump-off today.
Goes into 10th overall at this stage. We're about to turn then to the youngest horse in the competition today. This one's just 8, and it's a gelding by Clarival called Clarion. It's a new life for Kristen Sanger, who joins us now representing Canada.
So we continue with Kristen Sanger. Kristen owns and rides Clarion SN by Clarimo. Kristen actually returning to the international ring for the first time in 12 months. Her last international show was here last year. Kristen, Canadian rider, has jumped to 5-star level at Spruce Meadows in Calgary, Alberta. Another one to go on 4 and end up having the Brook Ledge horse transportation fence down. So 8 qualified for the jump off at the moment. We are just over the halfway point of first round jumping. The last goes as well, an unfortunate 8-fault total for Kristen Senger and Clarion SN in this afternoon's world ranking class here at the Live Oak International. So many of these competitors looking for those valuable Longines world ranking points. Never-ending quest to be world number one. Of course, the US world number one, Ken Farrington, has held that position now for 11 months. Peter Jordan and Orage. Peter, who gave us our first clear of the competition with C Music, is back this time with another for Outland Farms. This is Orage by the Sire Organa Sitter out of a Toulon mare. This 9-year-old who's in the Zangerscheide stud book is another one really bred for the job. I just had to make it happen there over the wall. This tight line. He's had to make a big turn back again. You just wonder, is the horse just adopting a pace that's not quite where Peter wants him to be, but they're clear all the way down the line. Well, it's the first time the state flag of Florida fence goes. So that is the 4 faults going to be on Peter Jordan's card. So he won't have 2 for the jump off. Clear up the triple combination line. So 4 faults then for Peter Jordan. Those who don't come back for the jump off classified according to faults of time in this first round. Peter is our fastest 4 faulter, so goes 9th immediately behind the 8 clear rounds.
7 combinations still to come forward in round 1. Then we'll see that very exciting jump off against the clock. Fernando goes at Alma Bjorklands. New one for her. This is one we saw Stephanie van der Brink ride in the Netherlands last year, but now in the hands of Alma. It's an 11-year-old mare by Metropole. Merida, Alma Bjorklands for Sweden.
Do you know what's coming up? All right, man, if you could...
Alma Bjorklund, the Swedish young rider, back this time with Merida. Saw this mare jump yesterday by Metropole. Alma owns and rides. Alma has also already delivered 1 clear. Can she make it 2 this afternoon in the Longines World Ranking class? So coming to the triple combination line, Alma just moments away from making it 2 into the jump off. She does so. Watching the time though, 78.71. Time allowed is 80 seconds, but Alma Bjorklund has done it. She has steered both of her rides today, Unex, Captain Chaos, and now Merida, into the jump off.
9 clears at this stage. Ian Manley standing by with a 12-year-old gelding, and such a lucky fence out yesterday with this horse. It's a 12-year-old gelding by Tulen called Simba. Ian Manley, Switzerland.
But now Jordan Coyle, Jordan, a native of Derry, brother of Daniel Coyle, the winner of the Wellington World Cup qualifier at the Palm Beach Masters. Jordan rides Elan Farms Eristov by Cicero von Pemel. We have one for Ireland in the jump-off already in the shape of Nicky Galligan. My apologies, we go on in the starting order to Beat Manley, Beat with Simba. The Swiss Olympian and former World Cup champion rides Grant Road partner Simba by Toulon. Combination that were fourth in yesterday's two-phase. Beat took the win in Washington in the World Cup qualifier, and also recently on the podium in a five-star Grand Prix at the Winter Equestrian Festival in Wellington. It's the first time we've seen a fault inside or actually the B element of the NetJet stubble. Down it goes, so Beat Manley won't be back for our jump-off, carrying 4 faults at the moment. So the fastest 4-faulter for Beat Manley. That will be a tiny bit of consolation. 71.95 on the clock, takes over 10th place at the moment.
And just finishes on 4 here today. So we stay on 9 clears at the moment. Handful left, 5 left to go. Anna seriously jumping this horse for 3 years.
Ana Cristina Ganza is our next to go. The Ecuadorian rider with Candor Farms Hill Street. Just see a replay of Beat Manley's problems there at the NetJet double-up.
Towards the Longines FEI World Cup Jumping Qualifier, which will feature on this stage here at Relive International tomorrow afternoon. So plenty of sports still to enjoy here this weekend. We've got a special display for you coming here this afternoon as well. Some great Pacherons coming forward on behalf of the team at Young and Living Essential Life. Jason Goodman and the team will be on this stage following our presentation this afternoon. So do stay with us. Let's get back underway though. It is Anagan Stewart and Hill Street for Ecuador.
So with the Irish-bred Hill Street, 15-year-old by high roller out of a Diamond Lad mare, Candor Farms Hill Street, ridden by Ana Cristina Ganza for Ecuador. Ana Cristina has been jumping up here in North America since 2015, and a returning visitor to us at Live Oak as well. Last jumped here in the 2016 season. Already this year jumped at the February International over the street at Hits here in Ocala, and jumped the 4-star week 4 on the grass arena at the Winter Equestrian Festival. Wall jumping very well, coming in early on the course off that rollback turn, but it is going to stand the full meter 50. The other aspect of jumping in the early classes at a show like this is that you're seeing the materials, you're seeing the kind of lines that the designer Kelvin Bywater is going to use. So, you know, he's put the wall in, so he has the opportunity to use it tomorrow, making it very fair for all the competitors. They've all seen it, but if it's not really getting the result today, he might choose not to put it in tomorrow at meter 60. The Roberts fence, the Golden Ocala fence, is down. Unfortunately, just coming down on the back rail there for Ana Cristina Ganza. So that's the 4-fault total that they're going to carry here into the triple combination. Just a little bit uncomfortable jump in the middle, but comes away clear through the triple. And a fast 4-faulter there. 4 faults for Anna Christina Ganzer in 69.86. They now take over 10th position as fastest 4-faulter behind the 9 clears coming back for the jump off so far.
Now onto a combination that have already had a win together this year, also in the speed competition at the Las Vegas National Horse Show towards the end.
That's a real shame. It's the first time that fence has been down. It is one of those fences, though, it has those horizontal stripes on it. And quite often, actually, with being black and gold, it's probably fairer than a lot of horizontal striped fences. But sometimes when one of the horizontal stripes is white, the fence can appear, although we have very little understanding actually of how horses see, but it can certainly appear to us like it's about 1/4 of an inch lower than it actually is against a backdrop. Kristen van der Veen with Bull Run Jumpers 6's Bull Run's Divine Fortune. Divine Fortune by Padanus, the 9-year-old mare. Kristen van der Veen has already picked up 21 points this year on the World Cup jumping circuit. A 4th place finish in Las Vegas and top 10 at the Gold Cup in upstate New York. Kristen has been a Grand Prix winner at Tryon last summer in North Carolina, was 5th in the Grand Prix at Central Park in New York, and is ranked just outside the world's top 50. One of the highest ranked riders with us here this weekend at Live Oak. Oh, just had to really hunt into the last out of the triple combination, but it doesn't get away with it. Kristen van der Veen and Bull Run's Divine Fortune. Kristen, who was right in the mix at the Gold Cup this year as well, but Bull Run's Divine Fortune is going to be 4 faults in a low time, 77.01, so that goes down into 14th. We'll watch it again. Came in just backing off a little bit there in over the vertical. Kristen feels the same again and now gets, because they know they've got to reach out and over that big high and wide final part, but down they come, and you see the safety cup breaking away as well, break away under the downward pressure to just try and stop the pole getting involved and caught up in a horse's legs. So Leah De Martini back with us. This is a second ride for Leah, riding Claire this time by Clearway. We had a Clearway horse, Clearwater, and Marilyn Little take the World Cup here at Live Oak a couple of seasons ago. Unfortunately, Leah De Martini takes the back bar off the second for an early 4 faults, so qualifying neither horse for the jump off today, unfortunately. Well, proving new ground. Great American Insurance Group is down. She pulls out from the NetJets fence, and I think she's probably going to retire this horse on course as well. So Leah De Martini retires with Claire.
We give our thanks there to Leah De Martini. Gives her signal to the grand jury and elects to retire. They're just not their day. Claire the second for the USA.
Katie Dinan is our next to go. Katie with Grant Road partners Victor Cessier. Victor Cessier, the 9-year-old gelding by Olympique de Ornine. Katie was 5th at Washington on the World Cup series this year. Been on the US team at the Nations Cup finals and 4 times a World Cup finalist. Katie has won 3 World Cup qualifiers in her career. Was top 10 in the 5-star Grand Prix last September in St. Moritz in Switzerland. Katie's also just recently announced a very exciting acquisition of a gold medal winning horse from Roger-Yves Bost, as part of the French team that won gold at the Rio Olympics, to join the top of her stable alongside the likes of Dougie Douglas, who she has jumping here this weekend at Live Oak. Well, that is a shame, coming in off the back of a very good round, having the first and the last part of the triple combination down. So Katie Dinan and Victor Cercier are going to be an 8-fault round. Just one more to come here in the first round. 9 qualified for the jump off. Will it be 9? Will it be 10 coming back for the short course here at Live Oak?
9 clears at the moment. Hoping we can make it a nice round 10 is this girl. She's the last to go. We wish her the best of luck. It is Clementine Gattal for the USA with a 15-year-old Celtic, Darlan van Gronholder.
Clementine Gattal is our last to go in the first round. Riding Remarkable Farms, Darlan van Groenhoven by the great Sire Clinton. Clementine jumped the Hampton Classic in the Gold Cup. Been jumping extensively in Europe, including a good result in the 2-star Grand Prix indoors at Lyon in France last November, and a career Grand Prix winner at Verbier in Switzerland. Up there in the mountains of the ski resort, that summer Grand Prix taking place on the golf course at Verbier. Jumping to the 3-star level there. Goes on the 4 to the Brook Ledge, but very nicely ridden down that whole line, including the net jets double. There's the golden Ocala crest fence and rolling back. Just a few more jumping efforts to go. Still very close to being 10 for the jump off. 9 already through. Clementine Gattal hoping to join them. That's clear round number 10. They'll come back in the order in which they qualify, so if she does jump clear, she'd be last to go in the jump off, knowing exactly what she has to do to take the win. And the lion's share of the Longines World Ranking points on offer, and that is exactly going to be the case. Clementine Gattal and Darlan van Groenhoven are our 10th qualifiers for the jump off today, and Anna Christina Ganzau with the fastest 4-faulter will finish in 11th. Coming back, Peter Jordan and Alma Bjorklund, both with their first rides. Nikki Galligan for Ireland, Kyle Tim, Lauren Tisbo, Chloe Reid, Devon Ryan with yesterday's winner, Katie Abramson, who was also a winner here yesterday of the two-phase competition, the $10,000 competition. Alma Bjorklund has qualified 2, so she will be our penultimate rider, and Clementine Gattal will be back 10th and last in the jump off of this Longines World Ranking class. Confirmation of that on your screen at the moment. As I say, Chloe Reid jumping on home soil, Devon Ryan and Katie Abramson, both winners yesterday. Alma Bjorklund with Unix Captain Chaos and with Merida coming back, and Clementine Gattal, the 10th and final qualifier. So, Calvin Bywater of Great Britain and the arena team here at Live Oak International are going to set up the short track. They'll take out a bit of material. They'll set the surface back up to tip-top condition, ready for these 10 competitors to come back. We'll have a look at that course in some detail just before the first back in the ring here in just a few minutes' time. Do please stay with us.
It's been such a good experience, friendly environment, and they do such a good job with all the events. So, well, we're really glad you're here.
So finals in here at Lognines International. 9 combinations are going to be fighting out against the clock. And don't forget, it's the fastest round.
So welcome back to Ocala, Florida. 10 qualified, 9 in fact will come back. Clemmy Goutal electing not to run in the jump off. And Kelvin Bywater has set his shortened track. Going to start over fences 1, 2 and 3 exactly as before. Then they loop back left-handed over 6, the Liverpool, the Netjets double 7, A and B. Then they jump what was fence 10, the state flag gate backwards, so it's called fence 14. New fence 15, and then pushing on as fast as they dare to the big oxer that was the last part of the triple combination at 12C. So Peter Jordan is going to set the standard here. Qualified C music as the number 1 to go in the jump off, giving us our first clear round. Front rail off the Great American Insurance Group, Oxa. That went just once in the first round. Is it going to be one of the influential fences here? Of course, they're really risking it on the rollback turn from 3 to that one. Looks like that gate maybe has just gone a touch over meter 54, the jump off. The Ocala horse properties, just 1 to go for Peter Jordan. Interesting to see his time. It doesn't really look like he's taken his foot off the throttle at any point, thinking that a fast 4 faults could easily end up with a decent spread of the prize money today. It's 4 in 50.87 for Peter Jordan and C music. That is the target to beat. Any clear will take over the lead regardless of time, as long as they're within the time allowed. Peter Jordan's 50.87 might well be a good indicator.
Standing by and about to get underway is Alma Bjorklund. Joins us from Sweden. This is a 13-year-old gelding by Conair 7 called Unix Captain Chaos. Will they set a standard? Will they be that first double clear? Good luck, Alma Bjorklund for Sweden.
Well, this young lady qualified too for the jump off. Alma Bjorklund. Alma is first of all going to ride Unix Captain Chaos, the 13-year-old by Conair. Been in some big Grand Prix, including taking a Grand Prix win at Bonheiden in Europe. Top 10 finisher in Lexington, Kentucky in the Split Rock Jumping Tour Grand Prix last May. Unfortunately, an early pole as well, so fence 3 on the ground. So now, for a few moments, she was chasing the 50.87 score by Peter Jordan, but now on 8 faults, the tactics, the options running through the mind. Do you just sit up now and try and make sure of the rest of the jumps? Do you push forward in the hopes that other people make errors and you could still end up in the top 50% of the jump-off order, which would be top 5 today? That's how it'll end up. And Alma isn't going too slowly. 8 faults, and it's our fastest time so far. 8 faults in 48.13. Unix Captain Chaos and Alma Bjorklund. Now Alma, we now know she can go pretty quick, and she'll be back with Merida later on in the draw.
That's happening straight after the final horse has jumped off. Make sure you stay there back. Long way to go in our jump off though. There's 7 combinations to come forward. Very quick ones as well, and of course they're coming back in the same order as they jump clear in round 1. Some of Bjorklund will now be our last to go with our other horse, who's coming from Vital as with Troy. Relive is first and second yet. He's coming a bit later. Chloe Week very quick against the clock, and she's got a good drop coming about halfway through. So lots of talent still to feature And of course, still looking for the first one to jump here in our jump off.
So our next to go, Nicky Galligan. Nicky owns and rides Java's Miss Jordan, the 9-year-old mare by Louis Dam. Nicky jumped clear yesterday in the world ranking class, which is 1 round table A speed. Jumped clear today to qualify. So in good shape this weekend for World Cup action on Sunday. My goodness, the pole's just coming up so early in these jump-off rounds, changing people's plans almost from the get-go. The Longines fence is down at fence 2 on course for Nicky. So now, if Nicky can stay on 4 faults, be faster than Peter Jordan's 50.87. Ay, ay, ay. Just all wrong going into the net jets. Very lucky to get out of it safely. But on 12 faults all of a sudden, these are Nicky's first poles of the entire weekend. What a shame. It could have been fast. 51.29 even just with the foot off the throttle, and 12 faults for Nicky Galligan. So a double clear here is starting to look very, very valuable. We've yet to see one. Kyle Tim. Kyle looking to be our first double clear round. Kyle with ipso factors Vesak riding for Canada. Well, we're into new ground. This is the furthest anyone has gotten clear in the jump off this afternoon. Clear through the net jets. No, he's not. The vertical is down. Still no double clear. So 4 faults, just Peter Jordan on the 4 faults, and still just Peter Jordan on the 4 faults, because Kyle Tim takes out the Florida flag fence as well. So he's on 8. So a 12 fault total with the Ocala Horse Properties fence on the floor as well. 12 faults and 48.39, one of our faster rounds, and that's going to go into 3rd at this early stage.
Four gone so far. 5 left to come forward, and as we approach the halfway stage, if you still to jump, doesn't change your plan. Do you decide to stay up a little bit and go for a bit more of a sensible clear? I don't think this combination will do that. They're always quick against the clock. She finished 2nd yesterday, representing the USA. Lauren Tisbo, Shelina Deduce.
Lauren Tisbo. Can she be our first double clear? Well, she's been having a good weekend so far here at Live Oak. 2nd in the 2-phase opener yesterday. 3rd with this horse, Shelina Deduce. 3rd then with her other horse in the world ranking speed competition. Lauren Tisbo with Equestrian Farms. Shelina Deduce. Lauren, who took that runner-up spot in the Lexington, Kentucky leg of Longines FEI World Cup jumping at the National Horse Show last November. win here at Live Oak tomorrow could propel her through to the finals. Coming up in mid-August in Paris this year. Mid-August, mid-April. I don't think you can dare to change the stride pattern of 6 there from the Great American Insurance Group to the Net Jets. You've got to be very brave there at that big vertical, standing all of meter 50 and maybe a shade more. Just 1 to go to give us our first double clear, and it is going to be super fast as well. Lauren Tisbo, Jelena de Meuse are double clear in 43.38. They are the best jumping score and by far and away our fastest time so far. Lauren Tisbo very worthily into the lead here in Live Oak in this world ranking class for the United States of America.
She was on 24 seconds. That'll give us an idea if they're clear when they get to that stage. Nice partnership that are very consistent indeed. Jump very nicely in Europe.
Well, this would be a popular double clear if she can achieve it. Chloe Reed with the Live Oak Plantations TNT explosive. Chloe was the runner-up in the World Cup qualifier here a couple of seasons ago. He's been to the Nations Cup finals for the United States of America, jumped so well at Wellington on Nations Cup duty this time last year. And as things stand, with 5 of the 9 who will come back, your tactics could change. You could say to yourself, I can sit back, I can try and make sure of all of the jumps, get a double clear, and end up top 4. But that is not the way a real athlete's mind works, and Chloe has certainly proven herself over the last few seasons to be a mature head on young shoulders when it comes to the business of this sport. Third in the Falsterbo Grand Prix last summer with the great and sadly much missed Kodako. Look at the time, this is very good. Going to be just a touch behind Lauren Tisbo, but Chloe Reed is double clear in 44.41 and into second place.
Because yesterday, not only anyway, he also finished second as well. What can he do today? Good luck to him for the USA, Devin Ryan, Cooper.
Well, with his winning horse from yesterday's world ranking class, Devin scored a 1-2. This is Cooper. Devin Ryan for the United States of America. The moment clear in 43.38 to beat. Lauren Tisbo with the lead. Winner of the World Cup qualifier at the American Gold Cup. Just takes a touch at that vertical. Ooh, he's feeling his way around this course at the moment. You had to take the risk because Lauren Tisbo was so fast, but The risk just didn't work out for Cooper here this afternoon. It's not going to be 2 wins in 2 days for Devon Ryan here at Live Oak, unfortunately. 45.16, not a bad time at all, and understandably he would have been pulling up a little bit after this. We're just going to see the replay here of the Florida State Flag Gate. Devon Ryan and Cooper finishing in 4 faults, 45.16. It is our fastest 4-faulter going into third position.
Representing the USA.
So the next to take up the challenge, another winner from yesterday, Katie Abramson. Oh, just knuckles down a little bit on landing over that vertical. Katie with Abramson, Equestrian, Spugatti by Indoctro. Again, remember, a double clear at the moment is almost guaranteed podium. Just 2 double clears, Lauren Tisbo, Chloe Reed. Katie is going to be our penultimate combination to jump, Alma Bjorklund to come. And there's double clear in 48.96 for Katie Abramson, so going into third position. So it will all come down to whether Alma Bjorklund can go double clear and can go faster than 43.38. Lauren Tisbo heading a all-US top 5 at the moment with just 1 more to jump, and that is Sweden's Alma Bjorklund. So Alma Bjorklund on course, the second of the horses she qualified for this jump off. Picked up 8 faults earlier on in the jump off with Unex Captain Chaos, and isn't going to be double clear here with Merida either. So Lauren Tisbo is our winner. Our top 3 are all confirmed. Chloe Reed and Katie Abramson. And the Great American Insurance Group goes as well, unfortunately, for Alma Bjorklund. So it's an 8-fault round. Alma's score with her first horse as well. So faster than 48.13. Takes 6th from her other ride. Slower than that and staying on 8 faults will slot into 7th position. Well, Alma Bjorklund will wrap it up with 8 faults in 49.43. Say Clementine Gutal electing not to come back for the jump-off round here today. She was our 10th qualifier with Darlin van Groenhoven, but not coming back. So those are the 9 we'll see in the jump-off. And Lauren Tisbo is a very worthy winner today for the United States of America. Our 3rd international division and our 3rd winner here this weekend at Live Oak. Could any of them come back and make it a repeat tomorrow in the all-important $100,000 Longines FEI World Cup jumping qualifier presented by Golden Ocala Golf and Country Club? It's part of a big day of sport here tomorrow from Live Oak. We start at 8 in the morning with the driving cones, the final competition of the 3 days for our driven competitors, and then the World Cup qualifier tomorrow at 1:30. Lauren Tisbo, our winner this afternoon, double clear, as is Chloe Reed. Katie Abramson with our 3rd double clear. Devon Ryan with that super fast 4 faults, and Cooper, yesterday's winner. Katie Abramson, yesterday's winner as well with Bugatti, also right up in the money. So thanks for being part of our broadcast this afternoon. We look forward to bringing you all the action from Live Oak tomorrow. As the young living Percherons come into the ring here, just showing off the beauty and the magnificence of the driven wheels. as we get ready for the awards ceremony here this afternoon in our international jumping division.
World-class event in Ocala, and we're getting ready now to welcome back our top athletes in this afternoon's Longines World Ranking competition at Relive International. Towards the archway, we welcome back our athletes, our top riders here this afternoon, launching FEI World Ranking class at Live International. We also welcome back your winner of the competition here this afternoon from the USA, Lawrence's coach, Relive. You're in the winner's circle. Another reminder on the Longines FEI World Cup jumping qualifier happens here tomorrow. Make sure you come back and join us for that. And now you are all assembled and in the lineup. We're going to continue with our prize giving ceremony and ask that you please stand, remove cover, and turn your attention to our winning athlete and also the video boards as we celebrate our winner with the playing of the national anthem. Afternoon there, Lawrence Isbo takes the win. Jelena Demuse here at Live Oak International in the second of our world ranking competitions. Chester Webber, Juliet Weber Reed also out there as well, giving the congratulations now to our winner in the winner's circle, Jelena Demuse, the very quick horse taking the win here this afternoon. Then moving down to Chloe Reed, part of the team here, of course, at Live Oak International. Julie Head's daughter there, taking second place. Kitty Abrahamson finishes in third today. Bugatti jumps double clear. Fourth place goes to Devin Ryan, had a win yesterday, finishes in fourth today with Cooper. Peter Jordan will finish in fifth, C-Music Zad. And it's Alma Bjarklund taking 2 places today, 6th with Unix Captain Chaos, and 7th with Merida. Kyle Tim takes 8th, Vizak. Then we go to Ireland, Nikki Gallagher, Javis Miss Jordan finishing in 9th. Anna Gansara takes the 11th with Hill Street. And then finally it is Viet Manley and Simba who will finish in the 12th place. So congratulations to all our athletes here in this $35,000 Longines World Ranking Competition and the 2018 edition of Live Oak International. So much sport still to look forward to here this weekend. And don't forget the Longines FEI World Cup Jumping Qualifier tomorrow. For this afternoon, though, one final thing left to do. Lauren Tisbo, it is all yours. Lap of honour time. It is victory gallop for Jelena Demuse and your winner, Lauren Tisbo. One final time, your winner, Lauren Tisbo, Jelena Demuse. Well, many congratulations there to Lauren Tisbo and all our athletes joining us here this afternoon. A big thank you to you that's come along and given us a great atmosphere as well. Make sure you come back and join us. Plenty of action to see all day long here tomorrow at Live Oak International. From all the team here, have a great afternoon.